Happy birthday to you. Happy
Oh,
birthday
God.
to you.
All right, well, so what is it? I think we're on episode 5 of The Spark, right? So we've done it. So I thought it would be good to do an episode that we talked about you turning 70 and what it meant, right?
Okay,
So,
sure.
so to me, like, I know you've been through, last year went through a bunch of stuff that maybe made you feel like you're getting older, right?
Without question, and especially getting the second AFib. And if I didn't know guys, Ken West, AFib twice, and then a guy that Brittany used to date named Ray, and he's a stud. And at 40, he got AFib twice.
Oh, wow.
It was like 40 and 38 and 40.
Yeah.
And that's what mine was, like 67 and then 69. And I will never, man, I just put that picture up there, the video where I was holding my foot over my head, and it was all hooked up to,
In the hospital.
In the hospital.
I was just like, oh no.
First of all, I was a little bit still high off the stuff that they put you under.
Yeah.
So I felt really good. But I did it just as a PSA message. Is that the right PSA? Am I saying the right thing?
Public service
Yeah,
announcement.
okay.
To get your heart to keep an eye on your heart.
To make sure if you're over 50, you're wearing a heart monitor.
Yeah.
Because it's so pivotal. I mean, it makes such a huge difference. Here I am at 70, and he knows I've been preparing for 70 since I was 50.
Yeah.
So
but I felt like last year you were feeling your age more than you had.
100%.
Right. And so I was just like, I was a little worried about you mindset wise. You're just starting to be like, well, I'm 70. I'm almost 70, you kept saying. Right? So I'm just like.
Well, we can tell them now because
Sure.
Because it's not going to go all over the internet. But one of the things I've had, I woke up in the middle of the night, and it's right around Christmas time, like 5 days before Christmas.
Right before Christmas.
Yeah, 5 days before. And I woke up to go to the bathroom, and when I went back, I just spit into the sink. I had some blood, and then I realized I got a bloody nose.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't like right here. It was way back in my nasal cavity, and I didn't know that. And normally I'll just put something under my lip and it goes away if I ever get a nosebleed. But this one didn't for 2 hours. And now I gotta wake Paige up at 4 in the morning. I don't want to wake her up because when she's sleeping, I like her to get that sleep. Bottom line is she stuck 2 tampons or whatever they were up my nose.
Oh, really?
Yes. And because I would never do that because I didn't need to do that. But now.
Well, you were panicking at some point, right?
I was.
Because it wouldn't stop bleeding.
Because
you're on blood thinners.
It was the last day.
Oh, because of your AFib?
Yes.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm on blood thinners is because of AFib, and your blood needs to thin down because you don't want to have a stroke. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to be on blood thinners. Mm-hmm. So I hadn't weaned off them yet. Mm-hmm. So that's why when it got me good. And when she put those things up my nose and they started getting red, she's like, we're going to ER. Mm. And thank God I got this amazing hospital in Kennesaw. And they took such good care of me. But when I first got there and they realized, like, this isn't stopping, they said, we're going to have to put not 1, but 2 rockets up your nose, 1 nostril. And what they do is they put them up there and then they blow the air into them. I was.
So they basically put like balloons in and they inflated them.
Yeah, on the one side they put 2, hoping it would stop it.
Wow.
But they didn't. I mean, I was fucking pissed. I was like, mother. I was so. It scared the person who was there, and she said, "Mr. Page, it's still dripping out. Can we put one up the other side?" But it's okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, I can't really breathe through my nose, so I'll breathe through my mouth, and she put it up the other side. That one didn't hurt as much, but I was there for 5 days. And on Christmas Eve, they took out the one side that had 2 of them in there, and it hurt. Not as bad, but it hurt. It hurt. And
Yeah, I remember because my basement had flooded 2 days before Christmas, and then you were in the hospital, and I was like, I gotta go see Dallas. I came on Christmas Eve.
right, yeah.
Right. And you were not in good shape.
I was not, man.
Yeah.
I was not. And then, what had happened too, I'd go into the bathroom and I'm on morphine. And,
You're not supposed to get up, though, technically, right?
well, you're supposed to, if you fall, which I'm about to in this scenario, then you can't get up and down. You get off your bed, bump, bump, bump. Like it starts stooging you off until you sit back on the bed. And I came out of the bathroom and I don't know what happened, but I slipped and hit the back of my head.
You got lucky. It could have been bad.
It could have been very bad. And I thought I was going to an MRI because the last thing I could have handled was all the noise from an ARI. Was it MRI? MRI. And I was like, no. And I woke up and the thing, they're pushing, no, I can't go in an MRI. They're like, no, it's not an MRI. You're going to go to, they're going to put you in CT. They just want to make sure the blood's not seeping in the brain. So these are all reasons why I'm all of a sudden feeling really old. And I hadn't slept now in 2 days. And so I get back, everything's okay, just a big scrape on one more scar on my head. And I know it's like 7 o'clock and they just came in and checked my vitals. And I know if I get to go to sleep at some point and they wake me up again, so I've had my guy Danny walk me out there, who was my nurse.
Yeah.
And I said, who's in charge on this floor? He goes, oh, it's Jeff, or whatever his name was. I walk over to Jeff and I said, Jeff, I'm Dallas. He goes, I know who you are, Mr. Page. I said, well, that's awesome because no one can come in my room and check my vitals because you don't want Diamond Dallas Page here.
Well, they almost didn't let me in when I came there. Like, who are you? I'm like, I'm his business partner. Like, okay. So to me, it was like...
The bottom line was, he said no one will come in there. And no, until 8 in the morning. I said 8 in the morning's fine. Yeah. So for 5 days I was in there, and it
over
it
Christmas.
Made me feel
you got out on Christmas.
Right? And I didn't. Then I got the spinning.
Aphibian?
No, vertigo.
Oh right.
Then I got vertigo. So I lay down and Paige pulls up on the YouTube what to do, and I do it, and stops. Then something goes into my ear, and it just stopped happening about a month ago. But for 2 months, it felt like water was in my ear, and there was nothing there. They checked. I had to do all these series of positions. So now I was in the hospital or around it a lot, and that's what makes people feel old. Yeah. But I'm so glad I went. Because if I didn't go, who knows what would have happened? Yeah. You know?
Well, to me, it's like I was worried because you're always like excited to hit the next milestone, and
right.
You didn't seem excited.
I wasn't.
Well, how do you feel? How do you feel today? Because you're gonna be 70 this month.
Right.
When we put this out, you'll probably be past that, but
right.
You're gonna be 70 in 2 days.
4 days. It's April 5th.
2 days.
Oh, was it the 3rd? It's the 3rd. I thought it was the 2nd.
So Sunday, Easter,
right?
Right?
Yeah.
So how do you feel today?
Awesome. But the ear thing went away, which was the only thing that was really dragging me down a little bit. I've hit a humongous milestone with the toddler squat, which what happens in your knees. Because I've got both of them, and they're both completely different. What one feels and what the other feels, but they're both bad, like really bad, bone on bone. And for me to have gotten to that toddler squat, and how I did it, and I filmed it, which I'm going to give you all the stuff, you figure out how you want to tell the story. But man, to know that I could go back and do that, that you might as well put me on another rocket.
It's really funny is you're at 70 and you're happy you can do something that babies do.
Right.
So that's good. Well, so,
Right.
I wanted to do an episode for your birthday month, right? Because I think sometimes you go through all this and it's hard to reflect on everything that you've done in your life and you're just like worried about getting older, right? And so for me, I wanted to do an episode where we could kind of reflect on the stuff you've done and the impact that you've had, right? Like for me, I would say, obviously we met randomly.
Randomly, right.
And, I was learning and
in an airport,
Yeah.
which is where I met Paige. So two of the most important people in my life I met in airports.
Yeah. But I mean, to me, like, there's a lot of things that I've learned from you over the years, but the biggest thing for me, and we always talk about it, is the power you give someone when you believe in them, right?
Yeah.
And so for me, I went through a whole period of uncertainty of trying to figure out, could I create videos? Could I do these things, right? And I feel like you always had a higher expectation of what I could do than I did. So it made me try to live up to that expectation.
Well, there's also those times where you didn't call me for like weeks.
Yeah.
And I think it turned into months because you were depressed.
Yeah.
And when we finally got together, and I left messages like,
We
hey,
were both not in good spots then.
Yeah, right. I was in a shit spot.
Yeah.
But at least physically I felt great. But, talking to you, it was something that friggin', I don't know, it charged us both up at certain spots. And then I couldn't talk to you. And it starts with being, hey, call me back. Hey, motherfucker, you gonna call me back?
You know what? I never listened to those. I probably still have them all.
That's funny.
But the thing was, that's why I know what happens when people get depressed and they isolate, because I've done it before.
Right.
You don't want to talk to anybody. Right?
Yep.
And then, so that was that period of time. So, for me, it's like we've been through all these things, but the biggest thing that I learned from you is, you got to give people a higher expectation that they have for themselves, so they try to live up to it. And that was, I think that's one of the best things that you do, is you believe that someone's more capable than they do. Right? And that's what we do in TU, that's what we do so that people hopefully will get to the spot where they then believe they're capable, right? And so to me, it's like, I think people see me as very capable in many things.
But can do just about anything.
But that came from you. You know what I'm saying? That came from you always being like, well, Steve can do anything. And I'm like, well, I guess I better be able to do it.
Let me tell you a story about Steve. This is way in the beginning. We got the DVDs, and there's 10 of them, and we want to take them off 10 DVDs. So you don't need 4 DVDs. It doesn't cost as much and blah, blah, blah. But it's coming. The deadline is for us to start.
Well, because it would have cost money to get the video.
I was like 35,000
It was expensive.
that we didn't really have, because I just keep putting money in, and it's not going anywhere, It gets a little bit, but it's not paying any bills. But the bottom line was, he said, it's called demucking.
So you basically have to take the DVD and reverse engineer it to extract the video so we could re-edit it, right?
And the first time he did it, it didn't work. And then the second time he didn't, it didn't. Now the time, and it was going to cost us $35,000 to put him on these 4 DVDs. He goes, give me one more chance. I go, okay. He calls me up, he goes, we got him. I was like, yes.
Well, and that was when? That was 2011.
11.
And so we didn't have AI to help me.
Nothing.
We just had to figure it out, right? So it was much different. Like today it would be like, I'll just ask ChatGPT and it'll tell me what to do.
Right.
But I wanted to do an episode where we got people that you impacted to come on and kind of talk about things like that you did that impacted them. Right, and so we have some people queued up. I don't know who Nadia has, so we'll see who's going to come on.
Awesome.
So I thought it'd be fun, right? It's Lex.
Is that Lex?
Am I on?
Yeah, you're on now.
Oh my gosh, the dynamic duo. Happy birthday, my good friend.
Oh God, I should have done some.
This is your life.
I should have done some scam on me here. I should have seen this coming. But I saw Lex Luger, I knew it had to be Oh God, here we go. I love it.
Happy 70. Who would have thought we'd all be making it the 70-year-old mark?
Oh my
I'm getting
God.
real close myself. That's incredible. Happy birthday, buddy.
Oh, thank you, bro.
What a weekend, huh? Now your birthday's actually Sunday, right?
Yeah, it's Sunday.
I thought
and
so.
Yeah, and Paige and I are going out to. We have a signing in Detroit the following weekend, and then we're going into Arizona and New Mexico. We're going into the deep dark because I want to go where all the stars are. You know, like all the beautiful stars in the sky.
No clouds.
No, that's the goal. Hopefully, it's not rainy and cloudy, but it's a good time of year. The moon's at its minimum, and Paige has. I watched Contact last night with Jodie Foster and Matthew McConaughey, and I love those big satellite arrays. You know, it looks so futuristic and stuff. So we're going there. We're going. There's a star party at this one place. Everybody's looking at the stars, and we're gonna go about 2 weeks or so.
It's gonna be a birthday month then for sure, right?
Birthday month. And Paige's birthday's on the 13th.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, a combo.
And it was my best surprise so far. And I don't think anything will be, to be perfectly honest, is Steve said, "Hey, did you get that?" And his wife makes the best sourdough bread on the planet, and it's gluten-free. And he started to say,
wait, sourdough bread that's gluten-free?
Well, sourdough bread reacts very differently in the body, the way it's made than regular bread. So,
I love sourdough bread.
Yeah.
So what happened was, I picked the 2 loaves up, and as soon as I go home, because Mariah is very like, get it right away and freeze it, and it even helps lower the insulin level in the bread. So I had never really got it where it was that day. So I went home, I cut it up, making little loaves with bread about this thick. Next time you come over, I'll bake you a place. I'll turn it
man, I can't wait.
Dude, unbelievable. So when
I don't eat any bread, you know me, I order burgers or something, a burger patty. I tell them don't bring me any bread. So man, but I love bread. I just skip it though.
Well, this is what he said to me this morning. He starts to bring it up like, "Oh no, I already got the bread. I already got the bread, man. I've already cut it up." And he walks away and he comes back and he puts it down and says, "Happy birthday. She made me sourdough cinnamon rolls."
Yeah.
Oh, I sold it. So huge. It's
kind of sad that that's the biggest surprise for you.
Dude, but there's very few things that I
you don't need a lot.
But I don't need anything. Yeah. God has treated me so good. I'm good. I'm good.
Lex,
sometimes it's the little things in life, right? That are the best.
Well, Lex, what would you say? Like, I guess maybe, how do you reflect on Dallas being in your life? Just over you guys know, how long have you guys known each other?
My gosh.
30 years. Over 30 years now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, to watch, recently when we were down together at the Panama PBA, I'd never heard his entire story. His story is after my last visit down the beaches, it was just him and I working out together. By the way, he did 5 workouts with me in less than 40 hours. I was crippled for a week. I know that was his intention.
Why did you do it?
Oh my gosh. Remember the last day I couldn't even lift my leg up? You go, "I guess you're done." I go, "I guess I am." I could barely drive home. Oh my gosh. I could barely get my foot to the gas to the brake pedal. Good. Thank goodness for cruise control. And it was all interstate. Oh my gosh. But I had never heard your entire story as I was the guy when I met you, like, "Hey, don't quit your day job," remember?
Yeah, right.
And because back in our time, trying to break into business, unless you're like right out of high school almost, right? And knew somebody who your dad or somebody in business, it was almost unheard of, right? So,
yeah, sure.
Your story, the car breaking down, I'm just that story. Tell them the car breaking down, the way your remember your car broke down, you hopped in the back of a pickup or something? Tell them that.
Yeah.
See, tell them that story because that explains to me.
As long as it's short.
It's pretty short. It's pretty short.
But it's
All right,
just
so
it describes his relentless pursuit and perseverance in life that inspired me to get back with him on the workout. I mean, it's so contagious. But tell him a little bit about how you just got you to the building that night.
So
Oh my God.
I'm working with the AWA, and I get a call from Michael Graham that Bad Company's going to be working the Eddie Graham Memorial. Would you like to come up and work it? I'm like, absolutely. So I got a buddy of mine named Rock Hard Rick that I named him, and he wants to be a wrestler, so he's going with me. And $2 Diamond Dolls are in the back. Now, I just had the pink Cadillac completely friggin' redone. We're driving down the road. We're 40 miles from Fort Myers, still 90 miles from Tampa. And I'm like, feel this AC. It's like a brand new car. This is amazing. And right as I say it, smoke starts coming out of the AC vents. And you're and clunk, and it threw a rod.
Oh no!
Right as we're coming up to the exit to get off, so I get right in the middle, and I don't know how I ended up getting a hold because there's no phones back then. We're getting a hold of AAA, and so now we're sitting there with the girls, and and me and Rick, and these two guys come by in a friggin' white pickup, and they're like, "Hey, ain't you the guy who runs Norma Jeans?" I said, yeah. He goes, man, we love that place. I said, hey, you guys like wrestling? Hell yeah. I go, well, I'm also Diamond Dallas Page, and I was going to Tampa. I can get you guys in for free as long as you want to get, if you'll take us up with you. He goes, hell yeah, we'll be right back. Now I think I'm never going to see them again. They freaking come back 20 minutes later, right as the AAA cars getting there, trucks getting there. They got the two guys, a girl in the middle, and a case of beer in the back. And I said, the girl's home, the doll's home with the Cadillac, and me and I steal everything from everybody back then. Limousine ride and Learjet flying, little Ric Flair Jr., and we're in the back of a pickup, and there's clouds, like dark clouds, as we are now on our way from Venice to Tampa. And thank God it only drizzled a little bit, but I got to the show. And getting to the show showed Michael Graham, like, wow, you actually came up after your car threw a rod. And
the Florida weather, when it rains, it can rain.
That was always looming.
Yeah.
But what Mike, the reason why it was so pivotal, because when Dusty Rhodes had left WCW, it wasn't WCW yet, it was NWA. Mm-hmm. Ted Turner was buying this group of wrestling organizations that would become WCW. And they wanted Dusty to be a heel. And he was like, that ain't happening. So I'll go down to Florida, meaning Dusty, and try to pop that territory.
Yeah.
And that's Michael put me on the phone with Dusty, and that was biggest thing that ever happened to me.
Yeah.
Beginning of it all. But
we got to move. We got to bring our next person soon, Lex. So maybe just tell Dallas what kind of friendship has been with you guys over the years.
Well, it's just, I mean, our relationship has developed to the point of he's like a real brother, and I just the incentive and his relentless pursuit. I said perseverance. That's an example, not just for me but for others. It's just got me literally back up on my feet, and the time and effort he puts into people. It's truly a gift from God. It's been a gift for me, and I'm just so appreciative of it. And that's I had him tell that story because people don't realize how, man, he just never stops. He never gives up. I think the worst thing we could ever do is give up hope, and I think his life exemplifies from what he's been through and when he's come through. He's sharing now with others, and he's an encourager of others. And it's don't ever give up hope. I mean, he's just that relentless pursuit. And I had pretty much given up hope of having any kind of real mobility and quality of life as far as mobility goes. And man, I was at that event with him, a Stinger's retirement match. He said, man, I've been waiting for you to come. And the relationship we developed and the work, and hundreds of hours he's put in with me, and the results we've gotten is just an amazing. He just does that with everybody, and it's just it's an incredible gift, and I'm just so thankful that I'm a friend of his. I love you, D. Happy birthday, buddy.
I love you too, brother. Appreciate the heartfelt words, man.
Yes, sir. Hey, Mark, what's up, buddy?
Johnny B. Bad.
My man.
Long time no see. I mean,
hey,
it's been a while.
Lex, I'm so glad you brought up that story because that goes right into what I have to share also. So it is you're right, the most relentless human being on this planet. Okay. We both
Incredible.
understand that. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Good seeing you, Lex. God bless.
All right,
man.
Mark. Take care, buddy.
All right.
See you, I love you, buddy.
Thanks for calling, Lex.
DDP, my gosh. I'm thinking about this because it's been 35 years. You've been my friend, my accountability partner, someone that challenges me, a mentor. What we have shared together, coming from nothing, man, and a lot of people think like when you get into wrestling, you're automatically rich, but Dallas realizes that my first year was only $75,000. Now it sounds like a lot of money, but I put all the money back into the gimmick, buying all the capes and buying all the fancy stuff. So I'm spending more money than I'm making, and Dallas was in the same boat. He's got nothing, man. I remember even one time he couldn't pay his rent or something. He had to borrow the money from me. And I think he's one of the only friends I have in the planet that actually pays you back, But I guess what I'm trying to say, guys, is that we have challenged each other to the point where whether it's a push-up contest, whether it's how many sit-ups you can do, the crazy things that him and I would come up with. Do you remember, Dallas, the gauntlet Stairmaster that we used to do at the main event next to each other, where I can't believe that one of us didn't have a heart attack back then, But I got to tell you, this has been such an incredible friendship, and for you a milestone of 70 years on this planet, man. And it's in life, it isn't about what you have, the material things, they all go away. But what's the most important is not how big your house was or how much money you had in the bank or what kind of car you drove. It's the difference you make in someone's life. And that's a legacy. And I don't know anyone and I'm being totally honest, on this planet that will have a better legacy than a man that continues to help everybody. I mean, he can't help everybody, but everyone that he can, that comes into his path, that he has the time to put in, he has made a difference in their lives, including this guy right here. And I'm just honored to say that, happy birthday, D. You have really been one of my true friends, and wrestling each other hundreds of times.
I never beat you.
You know what? It's not how we start; it's how we finish. Okay. So I think
one more match.
Oh no, not a chance. Yeah.
Hey, Dallas, could you imagine you and I doing a match like we used to do then?
Oh,
I mean, we literally. We are both very physical in the ring.
Right.
So we didn't mind if, you lay it in or something.
Right.
We say, man, just lay it in. Who cares, Everything from man busted ribs to busted open to knees, back, shoulders. We've really hurt each other in the ring. Not on purpose, obviously, just going through so much. But even more so, going to the power plant and working on matches because we wanted to be better. We wanted to be the top guys. We wanted to be the Hulk Hogan's, the Ric Flairs. We wanted to get to that level.
That was we would always get that dark match, and we'd walk. And as soon as we heard everybody going 1, 2, and figured we got them, and and then we just milked that crowd. And I can remember the first time we ever did that. And we could do it every Monday because they were going to put us on Nitro, but they'll put us on a dark match. Let them go out and just do their thing. And I remember we walked through and Terry Teller goes, that was a pay-per-view match. I go, exactly. We were going to go out there and steal it no matter what.
And Dallas, and then when they did see the talent in us, they started having us do the opening matches on the pay-per-views. Yep. I mean, we did so many opening matches because we would get the crowd so riled up and so into our matches that it was just incredible how we just helped each other grow and obviously, lived our lives making a living at doing something we absolutely loved. And then we are two guys that after wrestling really found our calling. Me speaking at schools and you helping people through your DDPY and the transformational things you've been doing with friends and people you don't even know, the accountability crib and all the people that you have helped over the years. It's just been an incredible journey. I mean, when we think about how blessed we were to wrestle, but we really got to look at our life and say, wow, we are really blessed to be able to make a difference now. And that's the greatest feeling in the world.
Yeah, it really is. I put a lot of it to Maya Angelou's quote of, they may not remember what you did, they may not remember what you said, but they'll always make you remember the way
How you
made
felt.
them feel.
Yes,
The way you made them
yes.
feel. That's why when we do these autograph signings, so many people are so touched, especially when it comes to what you and I have done with actually really helping people. It's pretty awesome, man. But Steve, there was he knew I didn't want to do any kind of party. I didn't even give a shit.
It's a virtual party.
Yeah, it was a virtual party. But he slipped this in. And I'm so glad that I normally would have had to go somewhere else. And then he goes, yeah, we're just going to bring a couple people. So I thought we were talking to younger people.
Look who's here.
Well, buddy, I see you got Butterbean there. Hey, Bean and TD, I just want to say the last thing is I love you. I miss you. I can't wait to see you again. Let's get our wives and get out together, man, soon. And take care, my friend. God bless you. Happy birthday.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Mark.
you, man. Butterbean.
Bean, where are you in your camper? Are you in your?
Yeah.
Where are you heading, Butterbean?
It's Ohio.
Oh, Canton, Ohio.
Oh, Canada, Ohio.
Are you there already?
Yeah, it's Canfield, Ohio, I guess
Canfield.
it is.
Okay.
Yeah, Bean and I were at the autograph session in Ohio together, and there could never have been a better example of what's possible than having Bean right there.
That's
for
awesome.
people to go, oh my God, the last time I saw Butterbean, he was in a wheelchair. Oh my God, he's up. I don't think he sat down all day. That's what people told
No,
me.
I was on my feet all day. It felt great, though.
It was awesome.
Yeah. Well, Bean, you guys knew each other, but weren't really close friends until we brought you into the
The
house.
only way I
Right?
knew him was when I was doing Rick Bassman's Tough Guy. It was Boss Rutan, Butterbean.
Oh, the podcast.
Yeah, and
The
Flex
podcast.
Wheeler.
Well, Bean, to maybe talk about how meeting Dallas kind of impacted your life.
Well, without a doubt, I mean, I was going downhill. I mean, I didn't have many years left. I guarantee I wouldn't be here now if it wasn't for Dallas. I mean, Dallas, thank you. Honestly, I really don't believe I'd be here now.
Yeah, I remember when Bean came in, he was kind of skeptical.
I was like, oh my God, how are we going to help him? And of course, Steve said, yeah, but what if we can?
But I remember Bean was always.
And bam, you did it.
Well, it was, it took a little bit of time, but I think that I remember Bean came in. I'm like, I don't know if Bean likes me too much. And then he didn't. I don't think he liked Nadia too much either. But I think, over time, we all kind of got close. So, I think it was good,
But I mean, it's like once it's kind of hard to explain. Once you get to know somebody, then you can like them.
Yeah.
But once I got to know y'all, I love y'all. Now y'all are family. All of y'all.
Butterbean, how much did change or die? Like, where are you today? Like, where? How? Like, I see you got a long ass line. You got, you got a lot of people like are really they're pumped up to see Butterbean standing and taking pictures and stuff. It's pretty cool.
It's insane. I mean, the people that ask about the show and the funniest question I get, I seen this show, but does it really work? Like, I was in a wheelchair. Now I'm running bleachers. So yeah, it works.
Running bleachers.
I mean, that's, me and Josh was going around the track one day and I just seen the bleachers and I haven't run bleachers in 15, 20 years. I just run up to them and went up them just to see if I could. And I did. So, I'm still doing it.
I love it.
That's awesome, Bean.
You know, if you once you're at the lowest point of your life and not able to walk and hell, you can't even wipe your own butt. I mean, it's like, and then now it's like life has just begun. I mean, I'm not joking either. My life's just on a roll now. It's going really well.
That's awesome, Bean. Yeah, we're always excited to see you, and kind of it's just a miracle how far you came from when you came into the house. So it's awesome. And The Rock also noticed it too. So
Yeah, The Rock put you over huge.
it's awesome.
Yeah, I'm telling you what, it's wonderful to be walking again. I mean, just to be able to get up and walk to the car and get in the car and then walk out. It's so much better.
It's awesome.
I appreciate you coming on, brother.
All right, Bean. Thanks for
I
calling.
wanted to wish you happy birthday. I had to stop on the side of the road and wait a little bit and talk to you. But hey, D, thank you. I wish you have a great happy birthday, my friend.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Thanks,
Love you.
Bean.
Love you, baby.
I love y'all. Seriously.
G-Money.
Look who it is. The Asian sensation.
The Asians.
You know, I like to thank you guys for setting me up for failure. You got Lex Luger, Marc Mero, Butterbean, and then we just kind of settle in right around here.
Yeah.
That's not true. That's not true.
So
Yeah,
wait a minute.
we didn't have any
I wanna
other
talk
Asian
about
people.
the two tampons up your nose again. That kind of intrigued me.
What a visual. And when they put him in, bro, oh my God! I'll send you. I'm gonna send you a picture.
It's gross.
Disgusting. The worst part was all the blood kept going down my throat, but I didn't know it, and I was like coughing up like blood. It looked like freaking aliens. It was crazy.
Yeah.
I remember you called me. It was after Christmas when you got back home, and you told me everything, and it was just. Again, you were under the radar about it and everything, obviously, and you're only telling like the inner circle. But God, it was scary because over the course of knowing you, there's been a couple times where it got scary, you know, and you keep pulling through. You just you get through, and Dallas is Dallas, you know.
Well, now with Paige, my strength is stronger than ever. You know, she slept on a Barker lounger every single night, man. Watching her and taking care of me. It was really very lucky guy, man. Very lucky guy.
Saint Paige. We call her Saint Paige for many reasons. For many reasons.
Well, Garett,
But,
Garett, I thought would be good to call in just because he went through a lot with us during some crazy times, right?
Sure.
So,
Yeah, I was thinking about it. It's been, 13 years since I met both of you guys. The chance dinner encounter meeting through Tony Moser and Marco Manone, and it was from there that we've built that friendship. You put a lot of trust in me when I didn't have a lot of trust in myself at the moment. The band had just broken up, and I didn't know what to do, and after having that dinner with you and everything, it changed my life. It changed my life. You took a chance on me. You guys flew out me and Moser, come out and just see how the accountability curve was. And, I didn't realize at the time, it was probably more of a testing thing to just see how bad of the wrestling marks we were, if we could be around you guys and not be too bad, And then
I do remember in that cooking show where Jake just went, he just snotted on one of you guys. I was like, we were rolling.
That was the early Jake.
Oh, that was the early Jake.
Or the tail end of the crazy Jake.
The Jake back then to the Jake now is like it's so amazing, but at the same time, it's so cool. It's so awesome. I was on the phone with him the other day, and it's just he sounds so good. He's back with Cheryl, and it's just I just think about the times of when Dylan and I were accountability partners for him and everything like that, and it was tough. It was tough, but man, like to see him now and like to not even like worry. There's a time when he was sober and you still worried, but now it's been years to where it's just like, no, dude, he's not.
Yeah,
It's not
to me,
even.
it's a miracle.
You don't even have to think about it.
Miracle.
Let's go back to where you and Moser both went down to see him. I want to say it was San Diego, somewhere down there. And I said, how is he doing? And you were like, "Ooh, not good." Like they were shocked how bad Jake was. So later, when me and you're talking and you're saying, Jake could come, you're coming back to Atlanta. Jake could move in with you. I'm like, whoa, I've already done that. I already did that for 3 months and he lost the black cobra in the house. Like Jake was a lot back then. But when we talked about it and then I saw it and we were gonna do it, I remember talking to Moser and I said, and this is what we're gonna do for Jake. And I told him exactly the way it was gonna lay out. And he went, "Man, that would be the resurrection of Jake the Snake." And I said, "That's the name of the documentary." Like right there.
Well, and I'll tell one more story about Jake is I remember that you guys would travel with him and Dylan called me and said, I lost Jake at the airport. And I'm like, I was mad at Dylan. I'm like, "What are you talking about? You lost Jake. How did you lose Jake?" And then I had to travel with him once. And you go through TSA and he goes first. And then I go through TSA and he's gone.
He's smooth.
Disappeared.
He's smooth.
Slippery snake there, man.
Oh yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's how you lose Jake in the airport."
Yeah.
Real easy. So
Like you said about him back with Cheryl, like to me, that's the greatest part of the whole story.
yeah.
Because I was there with the first 2 kids, and Jake, would go over my videos and my matches and stuff, and then she, kicked him the hell out, and there were 2 more kids, and then that's when he went back again in '96, and then he was out again, and so for them to have, finally gotten together and her to have the sober Jake, and that's just to be a part of that is unbelievable. It's a beautiful love story, man.
yeah.
It really is. It really is. But I when Steve contacted me, it was like, absolutely, I have to come on here because again, you took a chance on a nearly 400-pound person and you turned him into a fitness instructor. I mean,
A good one.
and
A real good one.
and of course, me and you had moments where we fought like brothers and everything like that. But again, I think we had different views of certain things, but we realized we were fighting them for the same cause and for the same team. And it's just the communication. And once that got through, and it was amazing because you told me at one point, I think you finally saw like the rooms were starting to build up and everything, and there's kind of that organic following. And you came up to me and you said, "Look what you're doing. You're changing people's lives." But then you told me, you go, "You're also an entertainer," because I remember meeting you doing your sketches and the band stuff and everything. Like you have a platform to where you can entertain and be in front of people and be charismatic and help people. So, I mean, you gave me 2 things that were amazing because sure, I wanted to be in acting, I wanted to be in music and everything like that, but to be able to do this and to touch people and have it to be a pay it forward for what you did for me, and then I can do it for other people. I mean, it's amazing. The memories that I have of the 9.5 years in Georgia, priceless. And then you took a wrestling fan and introduced them to everybody in the wrestling world, and became well connected and friends with these people. It's just it was a dream come true. My parents, all my relatives are just like, "Oh, we always just remember Garett just sitting there watching TV and everything like that and seeing these people." And then to be able to rub elbows with these people and become friends and be in this, not only the DDPO community, but then also that community, the wrestling community, it was amazing. It's priceless what I did over there.
Hey, let's what am I?
We got to bring on the busiest guy who's on the.
What's up, old man?
Teddy, I
Happy
just saw that
birthday.
hairdo. I just saw
love
that
you.
hairdo. You singing whatever the latest song was.
Yeah,
God bless
yeah.
you.
I haven't seen my chin in like 15 years, so this is an adjustment for me.
Beautiful.
Well, I'll let you
smile.
get the Teddy, but Dallas, happy 70th birthday. Many, many more to come. I love you guys. So good to see you. I need to come down to Florida and see the new place and see you and Paige.
Hey,
I
good
love
to
it,
see you,
buddy.
G.
Good to see you, Teddy. We need to hook up. I know you're
Okay,
busy.
brother.
Yeah.
See you, Garrett. Thanks, Garrett.
Teddy.
Teddy, where are you now? Are you in Nashville or?
No, I'm in LA currently. We're rehearsing and whatnot for Coachella and Stagecoach we got coming up.
wow.
So we're rocking, man.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, thanks for calling in.
Yeah, dude.
I was
70's a
hoping
big
that
one, man. That's crazy, dude.
I was hoping you could do
Yeah.
a bar or two so we could bring in a little treat here, like a happy birthday bar.
Happy birthday to you. Happy
Oh,
birthday
God.
to you. Happy birthday, dear Dallas. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, my
That's
God.
awesome.
Oh,
Nice.
y'all had the cake on standby? Let's go,
Yeah,
man.
we're waiting. I was hoping you would do it so we could bring it on. You know? I was like, well, Teddy's the one. If we can get him to sing, that'd be awesome.
I bet that's gluten and dairy free too.
It is. It is. That's a good. Teddy's the one that's like, is that gluten free? But I remember when, and you guys could probably tell the story. I remember Dallas went after he went to, whose birthday party was it?
Dominique Wilkins. That's where we met.
had a meeting, and he's like, I got to show you this guy. And he starts playing all these videos of Teddy, and we're like, yeah, he's really good. And Dallas would not stop talking about you. But maybe tell that story of how you guys connected that time.
Well, you know, when I first went to go perform at Dominique's birthday, you know, he's like, "Are you a wrestling fan at all?" And I'm like, "You know, absolutely." He said, "Well, Diamond Dallas Page would be here." And I said, "That's my favorite guy of all time. Are you kidding me? No way." And so, sure enough, after I got done singing, you know, I met him prior, and one of the first things I'll never forget he did though, I was like, "Man, my older brother would be so jealous if I met you." And the kindest thing that I think anybody's ever done is, well, give him a call right now, FaceTime him, and like he let me FaceTime my older brother and chatted with him immediately, and it was just the most badass thing. And sure enough, we started talking about DDPY, and I was like, I'd love to come work out with you, and we were there. I remember the first time going to his house on a Sunday, absolutely hungover so bad. Just the worst place. And next thing you know, I was there every day for the next, oh God, I want to say 8 months during the pandemic and whatnot. And I went from 305 pounds to 244 or something like that. And I mean,
you and Walter. You and
yeah.
Paul Walter Hauser.
Yeah. Well,
So,
you've been
I
on
mean,
a
I-
rocket ship ever since then.
You know,
right?
one of the biggest things I'll always say is that taught me value was that at the time in my life where my finance manager was like, we should start putting money away for your retirement, and at the time I was like, I'm not even going to be here at 65. Why the hell would I do that, right? And it wasn't it occurred to me until I was with Dallas, and the inspiration that I got from seeing him at the time almost turning 65 and being in this place in a whole nother career and a whole nother life-changing thing and saving so many people's lives and finding another passion in life that I realized it really was such a revelation for me that I felt in my life so much that not only would I not be till 65, but that this was all I was ever going to be. And my career right now was all that I'll ever have. And I just, I guess I just kind of didn't expect that there was a way that maybe God somewhere in my future would be like, maybe I find something else that is going to be good in my life sometime. And maybe I should preserve myself. And maybe there's something out there for me that's beyond this career of singing one day. And this isn't all who I am. This isn't all I have to offer, and it really just made me take my life and my existence here so much more serious. And for that, I just I mean, it saved my life. I could genuinely say I don't know if I would have I don't know if I would have made it or had my head on straight through this mess of, what this life is now if it hadn't been for Dallas, man. And I mean, you too, Steve. Thanks for everything. You guys are the fucking best, dude. It changed my life forever.
Well, it's the coolest thing for us to see. Like, I remember you said you used to sell roofing door to door, and now you're like the biggest star in the world. We see you on every single late night show ever. So it's kind of a crazy journey. It's awesome for us to see.
Well, yeah, without the advice of the handle on the rocket ship, I mean, Dallas has even come out and got on tour with me for a few days to get me back in shape and get my head on straight when I've been slipping back down the path, and I mean, I can't thank you enough ever for that. I'm almost 2 months sober right now. I'm not forever, but
Whoa!
Yeah,
Wow!
I've been getting back into my bag a little bit, man. So I'm staying to the course. Might have me a couple of Coachella. We'll see, but staying to the
That's
course.
okay,
Man.
dude. The fact that you're owning it and that you have taken control of it, and that you did, like when I came out there on the road for you for those couple of days, and it was right on up to your birthday before you had a drink, and it's not about you. When you're at your age and you're the party and people are coming and it gets so overwhelming at times, and now you support all these guys, it's a big deal that when you can like take control of it and let you own the liquor don't own you. And that's what I've watched you do since that time I came out on the road with you, and what you've done since then, bro. So, and you've had a lot of adversity still, but you also had a lot of love. You got that little Rambo running around. How's Rambo Rose?
Dude, at 9 months old and 6 whole teeth, he's crawling, he's eating. I mean, he's everything all the time now. It's baby proofing time. He's an absolute machine. He's a unit, dude.
You want them to walk, and then you're like, oh no, now they walk everywhere.
But I swear, the other day we were sitting on the couch back when I was back in Nashville, and I've really gotten into the show Bluey because he's watching that show, and I found myself like really falling in love with it, and I'm sitting there just sucked into it, and I'm laughing, and I'm like just having a blast, sucked into Bluey, and I looked down and I was like, where the hell did he go? And next thing you know, he's behind the couch. He's done spilled my coffee, and it's all over the floor. And I was like, "Oh, you can't take get them eyes off of it, man."
Yeah, then you got to put gates everywhere.
Yeah, bro, we're there, man.
So when are you going to be back up in Nashville, dude? Because I want to come up and have dinner at least one night.
I'll be back on the 26th, right after Stagecoach, for like 3 days before we head off to New Orleans Jazz Fest. So, but
are you doing a blowout tour thing where you're going everywhere? Are you taking the summer off? Like what's your schedule look like?
We're just kind of doing like festivals right now, and then June and July perfect. We have a Europe tour, and then in the fall we have an American tour, but not so much touring this year around. I mean, I'm kind of not doing 11 months a year anymore via being a dad is this. I don't want to drag him around all over the world or miss anything. It's we built the thing, and the priorities have changed a bit, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
So,
oh, that's awesome, man.
That is awesome.
Well, I appreciate you coming on, bro. I had no idea. Steve's totally got me on this one.
This is complicated.
Yeah, this is because I wasn't going to be here. Because if I would have done what I planned on doing, I would have been gone. And then Steve would have had to figure out a way, but everything worked out the way he normally works it out.
Well, the best thing about Teddy is like, I don't know if Teddy's going to text me back, but we'll see. And he just texts me right back. He's like,
oh, wait. Well, if it's got anything to do with DDP, man, I'm on. I'm jumping. So I had to. And 70 is such a huge accomplishment, and everything you've done for me and so many others. I mean, there's what's 15 minutes to say I love you and happy fucking birthday, man.
Awesome.
I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. Give that big Rambo a big hug and kiss from me, and we'll try to get together sometime this summer. Okay.
Okay. I love you guys.
Thanks, Teddy.
Love you
Thanks,
too,
Teddy.
buddy.
Appreciate
you. You look so good.
Everyone's favorite plus model. Happy birthday, Dallas. 70 is such a big age, and you're 70 young, right?
70 years young.
70
That's right.
years young.
That's
You
right.
know I am, girl.
Where are you at, Cisi? At work?
I work from home now.
Oh, okay.
So yes, technically yes.
Nice. It's a nice little backdrop you got there. So
Thank you. It's my living room. Yeah, you guys came for the update when I was still at the other place.
Yeah.
So yeah.
yeah.
I'll tell you, of all the people who went through that journey with Change or Die and us, you were I was the most proud of, because at one point you got this, you got that inner voice, that story you tell yourself. And I know in the beginning you were very standoffish, and you had to earn Cici's respect.
That's right.
But I was really so proud of you and what you were able to achieve. And then after, and getting married, and there's this whole life that you dreamed of that probably doesn't happen if you don't come and stay with us,
Yeah, I can't thank you enough for making Change or Die and the Accountability Crib. It truly changed my life, Dallas. Truly.
That's awesome. Yeah, I remember Cisi, we weren't sure if she was going to buy into everything, but she bought into it more than anyone else.
More than anybody, man.
Yeah.
I still do. I text Steve the other night that I had to do a restart. So I'm measuring my food again. I'm, portion control cups again. And I turn on the DPY app. It's the reset. You gotta reset, make sure you refocus. Life happens, but something you guys taught me is 20 minutes a day is 20 minutes a day. If that's all you can do, you did it.
That's right.
There you go.
Cisi was the most absorbent person, the biggest sponge in the house. She learned as much as possible.
And I didn't seem like it, but I definitely took everything in.
And see, the biggest thing is the forgiveness mode. Like, you forgave Marcus, and that was really a big growth spurt to do, because he didn't deserve, freaking, you very easily could have kept a grudge on him and fuck him. But
I get DMs still asking, how did I deal with Marcus?
I think she forgave him for the cameras.
Yeah. No, the fact you let
that's kind of what my answer is.
That's a huge thing. Forgiveness is very, is a huge part of growing. Period. So.
For sure.
Loved having you there, and the energy you brought. And you gave Josh someone he could actually work out with.
Right. Yeah, we always love watching you continue your journey, because we know that you kind of got it. So
super
that's
cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. Listen, I say all the time, I've told you guys in the house frequently, I wanted abs, and I have them. Nice. So they're not going anywhere now.
That's awesome.
So, thank you so much, Dallas. I hope you have a great birthday.
Well, thank you, baby. I love you for coming on here. I appreciate you taking the time.
Thanks, Cisi. We'll talk to you soon. See ya.
Happy birthday.
Good. You were already in.
I've been just chilling back here. I couldn't even begin to find the words to tell you how much you've impacted my life. I know you know how much, but I don't think you know the depths, because it's unbelievable. And I remember the first thing I had said to you when, we had that call where you told me I was the winner of the Positive and Unstoppable Challenge. And I said, thank you for everything you've done. And you said, no, you did it. And you did the work. And it's like, I get that now. And so I thank you so much for creating this program that helped me change my life. Because if this didn't exist, I don't think I'd be sitting here at this point talking to you. The impact is unbelievable. Without Diamond Dallas Page, there's no Candi Rotten over here.
Well, I'm glad you're here. But as I've told you many times, I'm just so thankful you got the story you tell yourself and the 90%, and you proved it, especially when you were going through that really rough time, and making you go all the way back to where you had to learn almost how to walk again, and then come right back, because that would be easy for someone to fall, just to fall, and
Yeah, I mean, that was after you got in shape and everything. Then you had more adversity, so that's even shows more how you grew mentally, I think. You know?
Yeah, and it was just the mindset shift of understanding that life is going to happen, but it is how you adapt to it and how you breathe. Because wow, I was not breathing before. I was holding my breath. I never realized how much I held my breath until I started doing DDPY, and then listening to you talk about it, and then actually putting it into practice and realizing, wow, I have lived in fight or flight or freeze mode my entire life and have taken no real breaths. And just talking about that, like, and again, it's that repetition, as you say. I kept hearing it. The more I heard it, the more I put it into practice, the more I started feeling the effects. And it's amazing. When you talk about the power you give somebody by believing in them, you didn't know me. You didn't know me at all. I was watching you on that week 1 guide, and I watched it and I cried afterwards because I said, this is the first person that I ever felt believed in me. And you didn't know me. You weren't speaking to me, but you really were. And that's what I think is so amazing about you in general and this program is like people feel personally impacted when they watch those videos, when they watch the Motivational Mondays. It's like you are speaking to them. I still to this day, like anytime I watch these Motivational Mondays, it's exactly the thing. It's funny because I put them up every week, but yet I'm like, this is exactly what I needed to hear this week. And I love that you talk about having anxiety. I love that you talk about like life isn't perfect, because it shows people who are just starting out and they hit that first adversity that they can get through it too, because we all go through adversity and we can all rise above it. And you taught me that, because I did not believe that I could get through anything. I was basically like, failure is the only option. And now it's not. And it never will be again.
And it all happened when you started to learn how to breathe. I don't remember who said it to me, but the only difference between excitement, oh my God, this is amazing, and fear is whether you're breathing or not. So if there's ever a time when I'm starting to feel that anxiety, I go, you're not breathing. What are you doing? Start breathing. Take that deep breath. And then I go into that, and I still say to myself every time, because it may be something that's overwhelming, like the ear thing. Like the ear thing really got me, because that wasn't something that I felt like I didn't do anything to that, but it happened because of the vertigo. And is it going to go away? Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I had to tell myself though.
But that is just, look at, even Dallas goes through those periods of uncertainty, not sure, you couldn't control it.
Right. And that was something I had no control over. And when I would start to feel the anxiety, I just go breathe. And I literally, especially over that period, like how many breaths is it going to take me? Normally it takes me 3, maybe 4. That took me like 6, 7, 8, until I felt it starting to go. And I just kept doing it and doing a longer inhale to where it's like, and I'm exhaling, it's literally, it's such a little bit of air I'm letting out and squeezing my obliques and abdominals to push all that last air. Now breathe in slow. And now it's gone. Like it'll go when it's time. This too shall pass, and I said, those are all the things. And like I was talking to, I can't remember her name, when I said, get the fuck out of bed now. Get up now. I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to myself. Remember I was talking about, I
think we need a DDPY alarm that is you saying that.
It really works though. And, The people who will try it are the people who see it. You know, the people who say, I'll believe it when it happens, those people never see shit. And they won't try it because they don't believe it. So they don't do it. But the person who goes, I'm going to try that. And like, wow, it's starting to work. I'm going to keep doing that. Mm-hmm. And they go back to it and go back to it. And before you know it, you've got this confidence, but they'll always be, even in me, like, is it going to work this time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, keep going till it works. Mm-hmm. You know?
That is the hardest thing, is to get people to believe that it's possible. That once you can get that, then it's much easier.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't believe that the ability to change was possible.
That's the hardest part, to get people to believe they can change,
I know, and that, so just that part of the whole journey for me was like, once the mindset was locked in, it was like there was no stopping me. Mm-hmm. And that's why, going through the aneurysm and strokes and all of that, it was just like, okay, this is just a bump in the road, but I got to get over it. And to me, it's like, I look at everything now as a challenge, and it's just something that I got to get through, something I got to get over. But I never look at it as an obstacle that's just there and I'm never going to get past it, because that's no way to live. Like you say, you can control the things you can, but take action on take action on the things you can control, but just let those other things go, because you have no control over them. So just stressing out about them is not going to change or affect anything.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, Candi, thank you.
Thank you, Candi.
Thanks for calling in.
I love you.
Appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of love, man. Thanks again. Have a great birthday.
Thanks, Candi. Oh, look who's here.
Oh, hey. W. Paul Walter Hauser.
What's going on, gentlemen? Both looking healthy and beautiful as always. But I see, are we eating cake on
Yes,
on one's 70th birthday? I'm proud of you, Dally. You're like a real person. Look at you.
Well, it's gluten-free and dairy-free.
I'm proud of you, man. Hey, it's funny, Dallas is always saying, I'll be 65 in a month, or I'll be 68 in 3 months. He's always reminding us of his age, but to tell you the truth, you kind of have to, because if we look at what you do in a given day with your bandwidth, the generosity of your time, the energy you bring to stuff, whether it's cutting a promo on video, on Cameo for somebody who's in the hospital looking for inspiration, or whether it's leading a yoga class, like, we would never guess you are 70 years young. So bravo to you for making a lot of choices that impacted the entire second half of your life and have impacted so many lives. And I'm kind of with Chris Van Vliet when I say the world is a better place for Dallas Paige Falkenberg. And I will say, no one has given back the way Dallas Paige has. It's one thing to teach somebody a wrist lock or a suplex. It's another to teach them how to love themselves, how to love their own people better, and how to stay alive in an ever devolving world. So thank you, man. Thank you for being here for 70 years. And I'm hoping you're here for 70 more, though I don't know what the state of the world will be, and if you want to stick around. But
I feel like, Paul, you were just at Dunkin' Donuts and you just went in front of Whole Foods just for this talk.
Oh, screw you, man. I came from the gym. I hit LA Fitness, and,
nice.
and now we're at Whole Foods. But good call. I can see that.
Oh, that's funny. That's so funny. Walter, I'm so proud of you, bro, and everything you've done, and I appreciate you making the time, because I know, speaking of bandwidth, it's very little that you have because you're doing so much stuff.
We're excited about your new movie. It looks awesome.
Oh, God, it looks great.
Oh, man. You guys will appreciate it. It's in these dark, crazy, ever-changing times. It is healthy, even though Dallas teaches us to face our fears and to confront, the difficult things in life. But I will say, he also has fun, and this movie Balls Up is a fun movie where you get to see me and Mark Wahlberg and Molly Shannon, who famously did The Superstar.
Oh,
yeah.
we know.
And Sacha Baron Cohen from Borat. We're all in this movie trying to give people a good time and just press pause on the craziness of life and have a good laugh. Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Well, that's awesome, bro. I really appreciate you calling in, and you teared me up a little bit there, brother. So I appreciate your heartfelt sincerity. Do me a favor, get a hold of Rory so he won't explode.
Yes, sir.
Director.
I forgot he had moved, so I got to figure something out with him. But I will. I'll hit him up today.
Please, I appreciate it. I love you. I love you. I love you, man. Thanks
Love
for
you.
the love.
Say
back.
hi, Amy. Happy birthday to Dallas.
Amy, how are you, baby?
70 years
Good to
old.
see you again.
Thanks. Good to see you.
We're living
love
right.
you
We hit the
guys,
kid.
man.
We hit Whole Foods, buddy. Now we're heading back to the kids. Love you.
Nice. See you, Paul.
Thank you, brother. I wasn't expecting that one.
that was a good one.
He's such a heartfelt cat, man. Bammy.
Dallas, I'm telling you what, I was so honored to get to be a part of this celebration today. I mean, you know that you've changed my life from the very beginning, January 20th, 2022, but also what you have done when you two had the vision for the 55 plus private Facebook group that you launched. I'm telling you what, this has been the most exciting season, Dallas. I just turned 71 about a week ago.
Happy birthday, baby.
Oh, and what an amazing thing at this season in life that you guys have given me back health and purpose. And I'm telling you what, it's an honor to watch that 55 plus group. You know, we passed 3,200 of us a while back, and it's just been on a straight growth. The people in there are so fired up for what you guys are doing for us specifically, you know, and you're an inspiration, Dallas. You and Steve both, of course. What you have put together, I'll never be able to serve you guys enough to give back.
Well, you give back plenty.
You give back plenty, girl. Absolutely. Just by being you. You know, your energy and you know, you helping the people like see, you know, through the dark to through the light, you know, that's powerful. And I'm glad we're a part of that with you.
Yeah, well, I'm so honored. And honestly, I know this is just the beginning for you. You're going to what, 120 at least, right? That's the minimum goal?
Hey, as long as I can stay mobile, that's how long I want to go. As long as I can stay mobile.
Oh, exactly. And your sweetheart is claiming it as well. Paige says the same thing. So yeah, you got a lot of great years to look forward to, Dallas. I'm so thrilled to be just a tiny piece of what's happening here.
Yeah.
So,
well, it was good to hear you get to see your grandkids for your birthday. Hopefully, you know,
yes,
that was a good time. So.
Yeah. I've discovered you just go without sleep when you visit grandchildren. That's all you do. The oldest ones stay up all night with me, and the youngest show up at 6:30 in the morning at our door saying, "You ready to play, Nana?" And I'm like, "Sure, I think I am. Yes, okay, right." So it's great to have health with our age, Dallas. That's the gift you guys have given me. Yeah, it is. It is.
That's the key. That's the key.
Yeah. Yep. Great memories.
And health.
Yes. Yep. So excited about what the future holds. Love you tons. Thanks so much, and happy birthday.
Thanks,
Thank you,
fam.
baby.
We'll talk to you later. Thank you for calling. Hey, Kimberly.
Hey, Kimberly. I love
hey, happy birthday.
I love your little those flowers. Light up flowers.
Yeah.
Wow.
They light up for you.
We should have got you one of those.
The next surprise. You know, Dallas, I've had the honor of meeting you several times, and every single time I've probably told you the same story over and over. But when he asked me to be a part of this, I'm so humbled and honored. And I really thought about what you meant to me. And, you know, to me, you're kind of like a father figure. A father is patient, and they show empathy and compassion, and they put you on the right path, and there's no judgment. You've been that for me, and also kicked my butt when I needed it. Like, I've never had that until I found your program.
Wow.
And I think it's pretty amazing, that you can, like, that's a God-given gift that you can, like, do that and heal people through what you're doing over camera. So I just want you to know how much I appreciate that. And you actually made me see that there are still good and safe men out there, and then I met my honey. So I'm just so grateful, to be a part of everything. And, I keep elevating, and I can't wait to see you again at graduation. And happy birthday.
Well, thank you so much for that beautiful, heartfelt message. That's powerful. Thank you very, very much. And I love your flowers. And I will see you at graduation in July.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Kimberly.
babe.
That's awesome. Okay, close it out. All right. What'd you think of that surprise?
Notice I left the hat on the whole time.
I know, you were probably like, it's cutting into my neck.
No, I thought it was very Steve Ewish, very nice, considerate. Just who you are, dude. You like to make people feel good about themselves.
Well, I mean, sometimes you need to be reminded of the stuff that you've done, I mean, we could have had 100 people on.
Of course. But, what we've managed to put together here is it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. And I'm glad that, that people do get so much out of it.
Yeah.
I told you this, so, so many people ask me, like, why do you still do it? Why are you still doing it? And I tell them now, because I'm selfish.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing better. Like, what would you be doing if you weren't doing it?
Right.
It's like, so, I think that sometimes you just need to be reminded that, the lives that you've changed, probably you can lose count, So, happy birthday.
Thank you, brother. Give me a hug. I love you.
Love you, buddy. All right, guys. How's that for an episode? That was cool.
That's Steve. Steve, a lot like the diamond cutter. I never seen it coming.
That's right. That's good.
It's the truth.
All right, good.
All right, see you next week. 3, 2, 1, bang!